Hello everybody and welcome. Today we are going to do something with a little Disney, as you can see, but it's not in the room. I can't show off my room in one of the videos before, but I did say I have a whole basement dedicated just to Disney. So I kind of want to show off because I think you guys like Disney. I like Disney, as you can clearly tell. So let's hop into the basement and see a Disney themed basement. My Disney themed basement to be exact, actually. So let's go hop on in. First thing first, before we even enter the Disney basement, of course we gotta have our plaque that says, "Here you leave today, and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy." And also, if you're asking where that was made, we made it, so I can't tell you. It was made in my basement. Also, before we go in here, I should warn you, the lighting's a little bit of a mess. We have very yellow lights and the room's very beige. So, just before you are like, why it looks really weird. Usually when I film down here, I have my ring light that's behind me. And we're not using the ring light to show off the room, so that'll be why the room's kind of weird looking. And then you enter. I won't spoil everything, but there's a little bit. The first area I'm going to kind of show off is our Haunted Mansion area, as we like to call it. So right here is a Haunted Mansion plaque that is a exact replica that we found at the parks, because who doesn't need one of those in their house? I mean, it's probably one of my all-time favorite things, and honestly, you can get them at the park. They're like $100. I think that's a pretty decent price for an exact replica. So $100, not bad. And then we've gotten these pieces of art from Comic-Con. I can't remember the artist's name. If I find it out, I'll put it into the link in the description. But he does some fantastic work. And like all the wall art, even the lines going down, the wallpaper looks exactly like it does on the mansion. Probably one of my favorite pieces though. Very cool. Then we got some frames that kind of match up with the Haunted Mansion. And then, on the couch, we got a Haunted Mansion pillow, which then you flip on the other side has, oh, I can't remember the artist's name, but we got this in the park when they were doing all this art design. Really cool, really cute. And then over here, we have a pillow that has a whole bunch of quotes from the parks, actually. So like there's Foolish Mortals, Off to Neverland, I'm late. A whole bunch of different little things. And then on the other side, you actually have Disney World and Disneyland logo on the sides. So, fairly fun. And of course we keep a throw blanket on the side of the couch because it gets cold down here. We're in the basement. And we're in Utah, and that's always freezing cold. Then next up is our shelves. So on our shelves we got Tinkerbell 50th anniversary, actually from when we went there. And then Small World of Dwarves. Then up next is our princess shelf. We have so many different things that it's so hard to display. Like, I'll kind of show you, we have other stuff to display, but we just can't find room for it. So, princess display, and then up next is our Haunted Mansion, because once again, we love the Haunted Mansion. And then Stitch, and of course a Dole Whip, because it's kind of Hawaiian, so we kind of figure it matches up. And then up is our huge Mickey. He's probably a little bit bigger than my hand. And then our Dooney and Burke bag, because that's always fancy. Probably one of my favorite Dooney and Burkes as well, because if you look closely at it, it's actually a whole bunch of ride attractions in the parks. But of course hipster. And then over our blinds is these plates that show off the great movie, Rest in Peace. And then the Haunted Mansion, Twilight Zone, Tiki Room, and then Pirates. So fun fact, we were actually going to collect more of the plates, and we actually had them right behind me. They had them all hanging up. They just continue after the year we started collecting them, so I'm very happy we got what we got, because they stopped doing them the year exactly after we started collecting them, so we got what we can get. Then over here, we got our little Disney figures. Of course they're always cute. Yes, we like Funko in this house. Then up next is our Dapper Dans, which is probably one of my all-time favorite pieces. Oh, I mean, I love the Dapper Dans in general. Like, then up next is our Minnie and Mickey, just basic with our family. Then Tower of Terror bag, because you just never know when the Tower of Terror is going to go away. I'm not saying it is anytime soon, but you just never know. And of course, a Dole Whip area with Lilo and Stitch. A really cool thing about this Stitch is he smells like pineapple. I don't know how he smells like pineapple, but he smells like pineapple. Very faintly now that he's kind of out of his box. Very faintly now that he's out of his box, so. But still, a little bit of pineapple. And then, over here, we have a Mickey Mouse poster, which is awesome. I mean, it's even when he had yellow gloves, even though he's never had yellow, no, let me rephrase that, he has had yellow gloves, but back in the day they would not have a consistency with gloves for some reason, I don't know why, but still one of the very cool pieces. Try and get that glare off of it, but very cool. We got that at Comic-Con. And then over here we start with our shelves, which we have, you know, a lantern that has all different sides. You can't see this in the back of my videos, but very cool. The Mountains Are Calling, My Happy Place, and then Best Day Ever, Churros, Monorail, Dole Whip, all sorts of fun stuff. And then over here we got our designer ears, which is probably like one of my all-time. The next one I'll show you is probably my favorite, but this one's very close. Very close. But Tiki Room, like, and these are like really nice quality, like you can just feel it. This is our Shaq ears, but they look very cool. Weird Mickey Mouse though. He is kind of weird, but very cool. Then next up we have Plain Crazy in the middle of the box, and then if you go up, we have, I'm trying to remember the artist who did him, but this is my favorite. It has Walt Disney drawing, all the classic black and white, and then Walt on the back, Steamboat Willie. It all started by a mouse, Walt Disney. But probably one of my favorites. And then over here we have our hipster Mickey. Sad thing is, so this one's really cool. I have a huge head. If I try to put him on, he is very small and barely fits my head. Like, I can barely get him on my head. So, very nice display piece, not really good for actually wearing. Unless you have a tiny head, then great on you. And of course you have to have the Mickey Mouse plush area. So we have a whole bunch of different Mickeys. I can kind of go into the story for some of them, like he's actually from Japan. Couple are Minnie Mouse collections coming through. She's kind of starting to fall over, she's a little poofy, but a whole bunch of different. We got a Pride one. Favorite is the knitted Mickey, he's so cool looking. So all different types of things. And then down here we have one of my pairs of ears. One of my all-time favorite things is a Haunted Mansion toy that, excuse me, probably one of my all-time favorite things right here. The Haunted Mansion toy that, and if you actually you can open it up from the back and show what's inside of it. It's really cool, and of course, you know, got little coffins that make noises. It's great, and it has a whole bunch of figures inside of it. Probably one of my favorite collectibles I have. I got it when I was a little kid, so keep around. And of course we got more pops, a Dole Whip bag from our Bippy Boppy box, which I'll put a link in the description or up in the corner. Then more adorbs, family photos, all sorts of things, and of course little Stitch in the corner. Then over here is a poster that's fallen. I can't keep it up, but because I can't find a frame that's exactly right for it, so I just got one that I'm working with. But this shows every attraction vehicle in Disney World. It's a little outdated now, but almost every attraction. Like, I love this so much. Like, I could just look at this forever, and it actually tells you all the ride vehicles at the bottom, which, you know, helps. But this one is so cool. Probably one of my favorite pieces, and they have a Disneyland one that I think I might buy soon, just saying. And of course, everyone's favorite ride vehicle, Ellen's, where you can take a nap on a whole row by yourself. And over here we got another piece by Ben Burt, which is all Disneyland. I know he has a Disney World one too, but so cool. I'll put a link in the description. He's at Comic-Con. He does all sorts of cool pieces. So go check him out. He's really cool. And if you do go check him out, shout me. Or And if you do check him out, let him know that Jake sent you, and you know, say hi, because I think he knows who I am, maybe. And go check him out because he's a really cool guy and does some really good art. Then over here we got Mickey Mouse, and of course a guitar that we play every once in a while. A couple figures, you know, from our favorite pops. Then over here we got Cannonball Red, which was from our Bitty Bops, which I will also put another link just so you guys can see that one. We've done a lot of Bitty boxes. Oh, mouthful. Bitty boxes. There you go. That's how you say it. And of course down here we got a million movies. A million movies. And then we have two signs that we just don't know where to hang them up yet, but great things. Here, I'll let you read them through. And then on the other side we have another sign. Someone gave it to us, and very sweet. We just don't know where to put them yet. Probably one of my prized things is my pin collection. This box is very small but very expensive because if you know how much pins cost, this box is expensive. And it's something I like to do when I buy pins. They're very personal. I have, of course, a whole bunch of Jungle Cruise ones that are very collectible. And then underneath, a lot of them move or do something. So that's something that I really like, is having my pins move or do something. So yeah, this is my personal collection. I have a couple more, I just don't have room in this box to show them off yet. And we just took these down. But we have, of course, the Haunted Mansion bus that we could actually follow you around in the room. I mean, even right now they look like they're following you on camera. It's so cool. But anyway, we used to have these displayed in here, but we're kind of doing a little bit of a remodel in here, so we haven't figured out just yet where to have them, but they will be put somewhere. Stop looking at me, it's creepy. And finally we have our area just in the middle. Whole bunch of Disney books. We got Facts and Secrets, of course Mickey's 90th. One of my favorite Disneyland memories is just a full book full of just photos of the parks, and yes, it's a little outdated as you can tell, but still just as great. I used to look at this all the time when I was a little kid. One of my favorites. I think a Disney book, and then finally, oh, that one's really heavy. Poster art of the Disney parks, which actually has a signed thing from Tony Baxter in it. So very cool. Probably one of my favorite things that I got. I got this for my mom for her birthday, and I mean, I probably looked at it just as much as she does now. So that'll probably do it for us. I mean, that's it. That's the basement. So I sure hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, leave a like, comment. What was your favorite thing here? Do you guys have a crazy Disney collection like we do? If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe because it always helps out. And of course, if you really just want to see new videos, we do all sorts of different things here. And theme parks are opening up soon, so we're going to be visiting a lot of theme parks. And that will do it. And I'll see where we decide to roam and wander next.